building. I'm just clicking in all the mods that I'm going to be using. Don't think you need to be seeing that, but I might as well babble on a little bit on why I am playing Farming Simulator today. Basically, I want to keep playing Football Manager, but I don't think I want to keep streaming it at the moment because I don't understand the game well enough, and it annoys me, and I feel like I'm getting more caught up in the negativity around that, not understanding it, rather than actually playing the game. So because of that, I will let it cook. I'm going to be playing it on my own, so I can learn it basically. So eventually I can come back to it, play it, and hopefully have more fun with it, because there is a game there, right? There is a game there that is not bad, but it is also very much not finished. Like, it's not a finished game, and as it is, I just can't enjoy it while trying to learn it and streaming it, if that makes sense. So it's being shelved for now, but will return later because I still want to play it. I still have an idea that I want to play around with on stream. But again, that will happen when hopefully the game has been patched up a bit and is in a more playable state, I guess, compared to now. So today I'm just gonna be relaxing and playing Farming Sim. I like this game. Like, it's fun, it's relaxing, it's good. It's a good game, and that it's a relaxing game is also fairly good because I am feeling a little bit under the weather today. So yeah, having a more chill game for the day is not a bad thing at all. This is taking quite a while. I am, like I said, I am collecting the mods that I want to be using, which is quite a lot. I know there's a lot of people who don't use a lot of mods. I have 828 mods that I have installed. I'm not using all of them all the time, but I'm using a fair amount of them. So it takes a while to go through. And it takes even longer when I also try to talk about something completely different, because I'm not really looking at what I'm doing. So I'm just clicking some things, and then I'm wondering, have I clicked the things I wanted to click? Usually the answer is no, but we're getting there. But yeah, today we'll be checking out the new DLC. Was it Highlands fishing, right? Highlands fishing, which I have checked a little bit. I've checked that I am going to be starting with the starting farm. I'm not trying to do any challenges or anything like that. I'm just trying to play a little bit, have some fun, relax a little bit. That sort of stuff. But yeah, it's not going to be like very, very difficult. I'm playing on easy economic settings, and yeah, I'm not trying to do anything special. Just trying to look. We're just going to check out the new update, play around a little bit, relax, all that good stuff, and basically see what happens, because I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't played this. I barely looked around the map either, so that'll be an interesting bit. But yeah, it'll be fun. Like I said, I really like this game, and it's relaxing. So we don't have to think a bunch. We don't have to worry about, will this work? Will this not work? The worst thing that can happen is, well, I cheat a little bit. That's the worst that can happen. And by cheating, I mean I use PowerTools. But that's it. Like, it's not meant to be exciting or anything like that. Just chill. Just chill. I am getting there on adding the mods, but we're currently sat at 430. So, like I said, there are quite a few that I use. Some of them I'll probably not even actually be using while playing this, but I do tend to just add the ones that I can think maybe I'll use this. You know? Whether I actually use it or not, that's a completely different matter. But yeah. Eventually, I might as well. No, I can't do that because I would have to do. I have to do stuff in OBS to add some music, so you'll just have to listen to me. Maybe say something interesting. Maybe, probably not. I don't really say that much interesting stuff. Let's see. And yeah, there's no list for the mods I'm using because I quite literally just started collecting them or deciding on which to use. A fair number will be visible once I start playing. Because it's vehicles, it's buildings, it's productions, it's all sorts of good stuff. But yeah, I'm basically deciding as I go right now. I'll probably, like, some of them won't be super visible. Like, vehicles are pretty obvious when you go through the store and such. Buildings will be seen when in build mode. Quite surprising, I know. But then there are a bunch that won't really be visible. So, like the gameplay mods, which I don't have a lot of. So I will probably make just a list of those, so I can have at least that, because yeah, having the entire mod list won't fit in the description, and it'll be a little bit of a bother to try and make an entire Google Doc or something. I'm lazy. Should be clear by this point. But I'm very lazy, so I'd rather not make a big old Google Doc of all of the mods that I use. But the gameplay mods won't really be clearly visible, so those probably, just because they won't be visible at any point in time, and they are kind of important to know about at times, I guess. But we're getting there. We're almost there. Almost. They are in alphabetical order. I'm on W right now. I'll give you a final count when we're done. And yeah, I will probably only actively use half of these, but just in case. Okay, the final count is 560. Bloody hell. 560. So, yeah, I will probably check all of the gameplay mods that I have and make a list of that. I'll add that to the description of this after I'm done, probably, and then it'll be there for any coming streams of this game. Man, it's been 16 minutes and I've just finished adding all the mods. But I can let you know about the game settings. We are playing on the new map, of course, Kinleigh, which probably isn't pronounced exactly like that, but I think I'm kind of close. It's in Scotland. It has fishing. It has offshore fish farming. It has onion farming. So we're going to try a bunch of the new stuff, like onions, fishing, all that good stuff. And yeah, we're going to see what kind of stuff we find. I am playing with the easy economic mode because I am lazy and I don't want to worry about that. I just want to relax, have some fun. I do start with a start farm. Usually I don't like to do that because you get a bunch of starting vehicles. So usually I start without that and then I just have the money to buy it and start with it, and then I can use all of the vehicles that I want. But the starting farm on this map is expensive. It's like 560k or something, because there's not a lot of actual space on the farm. There's not a bunch of buildings. There are a few, and they're pretty neat. But it's a huge amount of land. So let's see. We're almost in. We are. Oh, and I'm gonna have to go in and add the UI back because I hid the UI so I could get some neat screenshots for the thumbnail. Okay, but now we can show the screen. Yay! I don't know if I'll start with the BGM, to be honest. I will. Let's have the BGM just in case, because just listening to me babble on is probably not that interesting. So, here we are. Here's Walter. We have a bunch of vehicles. I probably don't want to use all of these vehicles. So, the ones that we have that I don't want, I'm just gonna sell those. As you can see, I'm starting with £1 million. Yeah, it's a fairly large plot. It's got a bunch of buildings. It's got a neat bunker silo that I'm probably not going to be using. It's got some nice sheds. It's got vehicles, like I said. It's got a grain silo, bulk silo, whatever thing. I'm not exactly sure how this thing works, because I don't know if this is some just a bulk storage. We can have a look in the build menu, but there's a bunch of stuff. You know, regular old garbage. There are gates that go in all directions. There's also this shelter that I'm not exactly sure what it's doing here, because I'm not sure it'll actually be useful. So if anything is going to happen here, I'm probably going to tear this down and replace it with something that isn't quite as old and run down. But yeah, see, you can get your stuff out here, but is it that you put it in here, it goes in to this silo, which is attached. I'm exploring, finding things out. So it goes in there, it's stored in here, that's the door. And then it goes out over there. It doesn't seem like there's wonder how that works. Magic maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I might use the bunker silo, but I'm not sure yet. I've never actually used a bunker silo. I usually just make bales. There we go. We have the exit. Haven't looked behind here. Shed and some containers. Okay. Got a nice little bathtub. We have some sheep. Welsh, just in case. Yeah, we can do a little bit of a flyover, I guess, in the build menu. So yeah, sheepfold. We have well, a bunch of buildings. This is where we live. Right outside our house is where Walter lives, apparently. We also have a neighbor down here, which we don't need to talk about. Yeah, I wonder how this bulk haul works, because this doesn't seem to be attached to anything. Logic, I don't understand it. But yeah, that's basically the farm lot. Here's the neighbor. And if you didn't know, the NPCs, regardless of where you are on the map, they are always facing you. So you can be on the opposite side of the map and they're still looking straight at you. It's quite creepy. Speaking of creepy, I don't know, probably not creepy. These are our cows. So we have some Highland cows as well on a pasture. I'm not sure I want to keep them here. Maybe I will. Probably will, actually. They don't produce any milk, so we don't need to have them in a pasture that can have milk. We also have a couple of fields, which is easier if I show on... oh, we got a neat little stone formation over here. Nice. We haven't... what's that? That's a collectible, isn't it? Gonna have to go and pick that up. But yeah, the which fields are ours is easier to show in the pause menu, not on the map, really. So let's do that. We own quite a few, actually. So this is the cow pasture, this is our farm, of course, and then we have 4 fields. So the closest ones, they're fairly large. Not quite sure yet what we'll do. We're gonna need a few different things, of course, because we're gonna need to feed the cows. We're gonna need to feed the sheep. I know words, I promise, mostly. But we're also going to be doing fishing. And for fishing we need to... do I not have the... oh yeah, wait. We're going to need fish food, which I'm probably going to be using this one. So we're going to need to be also producing the goods for fish food, which is apparently soybeans. Which conveniently is being grown right next to us. So might buy that one. Is that? It stopped showing as soybeans. Yeah, so I might just grab that one. Buy that one off of Ben. Because he won't need them, and I will. Yeah, the starting farm has a lot of extra space. Like all of this. It's a lot of space, but not a lot of it is usable, and it is quite expensive. So that's why I'm actually starting with it, and instead of buying it, which is also why we're going to be selling a bunch of the vehicles and things that I don't want to use because I want to use other things. We're gonna keep this Bunning series trailer because it's fun. You probably saw a few new crops and stuff go past. We'll keep the GCB fast track. Not that one. Okay. We don't need those. We have other things. Probably won't need that one. Probably not that one. Probably not that. And definitely not that. We might keep we'll keep those three. Let's see if there are any new ones that I haven't added. Any new crops and stuff. There are onions, of course. Barley, canola, carrots, corn, cotton, grapes, grass. Green beans, long green rice, oats. Oats we're going to need to grow because that's for fish food. So onions are new, parsnips, peas, potatoes, red beets, rice, sorghum, soybeans, spinach, straw, sugar beet, sugar cane, sunflowers, and wheat. No. And down here is just a bunch of crap. And by crap I mean stuff that I have added. As well as the, I guess, young salmon, young trout, the trout, grown salmon, and what else would be? There will be something else, I'm sure. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of options. But what we're going to be needing is, let's click the correct thing. Fish food. For fish food, we need flour, which can be any. Why did we need oats? Why did I think we need oats? We need soybeans and we need oil of some kind. Maybe maybe sunflower. Maybe I mean it's either canola or sunflower. Canola probably easier because we won't need a specific header for it, harvesting header. Right. Why was I thinking? I was thinking oats because oats is basically a 1-to-1 conversion. But the other option is wheat, of course, which should be faster. Not really. Oats should still be faster, so we're probably going to be doing oats when we can choose. But yeah, we're going to start off. What will we start off with? Usually I take like 30 to 40 minutes just planning out what kind of stuff I want and what I need. But I can't really do that now because that will be incredibly boring. Right, we have a new little thing. Is that actually usable? I don't think it is. So is that just a decoration? Because I'm fairly sure there... Yeah, it is. Okay, because... Let's see. Yeah, see. It's a biomethane station. But not the one that we... that's not the one we have. But that one is added by the Highlands fishing expansion. We also get a pig food silo, which is interesting. Because before you just like either bought the pig food or you just grew everything yourself. and then you just chucked it into the piggery, the pigsty, and they ate everything, which was great. Yeah, now you can just get one of these, a pig food silo, and you could literally just refill it, and you will have food at your like ready-made pig food on your farm the entire time, which is quite convenient. We of course don't have pigs right now, but I'm probably gonna be finding a little bit of a spot for pigs to be. Maybe over here somewhere. Maybe we knock this down and right, we want the fish hatchery. What's it called? Fish breeding facility. Right. No, it was aha, here we go. Young fish breeding. Yeah, they added a new category. So you have the breeding facility. Basically put food in and fish come out. Very convenient. You have a fish lake, which you drop down and then you can take the small fish and make them into big fish. You can also, despite there being no fish, actually fish in it and catch fish. Very interesting. I tried that yesterday. And there's also the offshore bit, which is huge and can only be built in water. I don't know if there's any. Let's go swoop over and see if there's any built already. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe not. Maybe not. So you'll have to build those ourselves. But we can build them wherever we want, apparently. Ah, we're not allowed to completely build in the way of the harbor. They will still have to be able to get out. Boring. Yeah, I wonder where we'll drop that, but that will be a little bit later because we have to prepare for it first. So what I'll do is I will probably let's just get rid of this shed. Yes, and then we'll have our fish breeding facility somewhere around here. Just make sure we're not blocking off anything important like the road. Maybe there. And we'll make it prettier later. I also do want a pigsty. They didn't add any new pig facilities, but I do have a few mods for it. We don't need a large one. We only need enough to get poo, basically. We only need enough to get poo. So we have poo basically for our fields. Yeah, I do have a few extra ones. Let's see what they look like. That does not look like it could fit 40 pigs. That might be a little too small, actually. Right. Maybe is this in? Did I see the? Yeah, the food is dropped inside. So peak. Okay, so you can enter through there, through the slightly bigger door, and the pigs are in here. 20 of them? That's a lot. Unless there's an open pasture, of course, which I hope there isn't, because that is also always awkward. Probably not. these are just too huge. No. I really like the aesthetic of the Ivoy, that series, I guess, of buildings, mods, of course. Highly recommend. They look great. Oh wow, this is tiny. This is really tiny. Maybe not. Which one was it? Did we go with the Ivoy? Piggery. Do I have to go inside? Yes. I have to be able to go in. As long as I can go through there. I only need to go through one, really. That was too big. And there was, which one was it? Was this one that I thought maybe? This is a storage facility and everything. It's a little bit of a bummer when you have to try and clip through buildings to see what's inside. What do you have in this building? Yeah, there's got storage and everything. That would be convenient. So that's, we have food. Where do we don't get poo? There's no poo exit somewhere that I can see. There wasn't one inside either, was there? No. There's no indoor poo either. So that's a shame. Just go with the Ivory one then. Because I do like. I'm probably going to change the pronunciation of that every time I say it. Ivoy. Right, I need to be able to get to both sides. I only need to get to the right side once to get pigs in. Otherwise, that should be fine. Yeah, something like that. Do I want to customize the fence? Yeah, a little bit probably. We can. Don't need to be get too crazy, because we also need to be able to go past. And we also don't need to be symmetrical. Something like that. Yeah, let's go with that. And we'll probably make it look prettier because it's a little bit. Yeah. Get some sharp angles and sharp corners, which I'm not a huge fan of. I will probably make a little bit of a road. Inroad there. Probably need to fix around the edges of that one as well. What else do we need? We don't need any more. Don't need any more animal stuff. Let's actually drop in one of the pig food silos, so I can be lazy on that and not have to bother too much about that. Where do we put that one then? Do we put that? Do we just put this in the corner over here? Stop overlapping, please. Let's drop it there. And yeah, that'll be that'll be fine. Then we can just swoop in, pick up some pig food, go around, in through here, add the pig food. Right, can deactivate the camera collision. That is one of the mods I have. Then we drop food here. And then, ta-da! The piggies can have fun in their little yard, I guess. What else can we need in terms of buildings? Do we need any other buildings? I don't think so. We have another sneaky little container of flammable materials in the backyard, as we all do. What else? What else? We might as well leave it at that for now, and we can prettify around the edges so it doesn't look like ass. It actually looks somewhat normal or natural. Soften tool for the win. And then we'll smack him some new ground textures, because we don't really need it to be... Do we need the... Maybe it makes sense to have the asphalt under where the pallets are put in and where they spawn, actually. There, and then we'll see. Of course, I went the wrong way. Unlock tracks. No. What is this? Base texture. Is it just dirt? Or is it dirt stones? Let's have a look. It's probably dirt stones, actually. So let's borrow the tractor. That's an easy way to see the width. That will work. Then we can use that to make a little bit of a road into the piggery. Can get a rough ID and then just make it slightly wider so you can maneuver, and it looks nice. There. Should work, and we probably should have the same going over here. Probably do all of that and make the edge a little bit more even, or uneven, I guess. So we don't have a sharp corner. Right. Over here again, we do a little bit of this to make it look more like an actual road, so we have more access. Then we can go a little bit smaller, go around the edge. But now that we also have the... that looks like a gap. There isn't a gap, good. Because that does tend to happen. We'll leave a little bit of a gap. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. Right, with the adding a little bit more of a barren texture. That makes sense. Makes it a lot easier to see the any uneven ground. So we're gonna have another look around the pigsty to see, does this look decent? It's kind of want it to go down a little bit. So we make it go down a little too much, and then we smoothen. That should theoretically... It didn't. Oh, let's do the leveling instead. And we'll start in and go out. Because that will make it more even. And then we'll go around the edge later, because we are deleting some grass. So we'll go around the edge and add the grass back so it looks nice. At least where it makes sense to have grass again. Right, and then we'll have some meadow. Is this too much of a meadow? No, that's good. We'll just paint in some meadow. Is it even higher? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, it's fine. We have the money to spare. We can waste a little bit of it on grass. There, something like that. Looks half decent. Looks kind of lived in. Maybe we add a little bit over here as well. Don't need the grass under textures for that. A little bit more over there. A little bit around the edges here. And a little bit of a tuft there, so it doesn't look too barren. A little bit over here. That works fine. Okay. We'll add a little bit around the edges here. Again, not too much, because it still needs to look like we've been here in the last 4 years. In contrast to our grandfather, who I've decided is the one who left us this, well, used farm. Not that grandfather, the other one. Apparently both our grandfathers were farmers, had farms, and decided, nah, you'll have it. So, I think that's good enough for buildings for now. I don't think we need any more factories or anything like that. They did add a fair few new factories with the Highlands fishing update, or DLC. Well, we might want to use the... this is the onion processing one. It takes onions and puts them into bags. I'm not sure if that's the only one, if you have like a food processing plant, if that also does that. This one does onion rings. And onion soup? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, and now we're on mods. They probably don't do anything with onions yet. I don't think any of them have updated. At least not for onions. So the soup factory does not make onion soup, so you have to use the new one. That's a little bit of a shame. Like, you'd think they would, like the devs would have added onions to the preserved food, or at least the soup, since you can make soup, apparently. Onion soup. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have added onions to their old productions. I can't have onion bread. Oh no. But yeah, we'll see a little bit then. Okay, we have the starting of our farm. How many pigs can we actually fit now? It said 32, but that's without changing the 63. I don't know, that looks a little bit too small to fit 63 pigs into this. That's not, I was gonna say humane, but of course it's not humane, it's pigs. Pigmane. And jumping in this game. I don't know why there's a cooldown on jumping, really. Can you go in? Ah, and I have shut off the... Okay, you... It has lights. Nice. Okay, we don't need lights on because there's no pigs. Yeah, I turned off the hood or the and I have no map on either. Let's have the map on, because that's gonna help me later when I try to navigate through this town. Right, what we can do is... Oh, right, I've forgotten to turn off auto-saving and do all of the settings that I usually want. I want... Additional settings is the one that uses the... or can hide the hood. That's one of the gameplay ones that I have. Turn off autosave. I want 2 days per month, because that's nice. I want to have periodic plowing required. No automatic engine start. And the rest should be fine. Sometimes I like playing with the trailer fill limit, but then I have to go many more times, and I am lazy, so we're not going to be doing that. We're just gonna let ourselves do whatever we want. Fishing, we can call this save. Right, what I was gonna do is I'm gonna check the calendar. When can we have onions? It's harvest season for onions. We cannot plant them, damn it. Okay, so we'll have to wait until March to plant onions. So we don't need any onion things now. It's really hot. I thought we were in Scotland. What is this? Okay, so what do we have on our fields? We have barley. Are we paused? No, so we're just loading the map for a little bit. Okay. Growth, crop types. We have wheat, nothing, barley, and we have grass. The grass we're going to be needing. We're also going to be needing food for the cows. They do want... Right, that's one thing that I want. I want a TMR mixing station, because that is another one of those things that I'm just lazy enough to do. There's also a bale over here. I have a mod that lets me find bales. There's a bale somewhere here, just chilling by the... Was it here? No, it's by the sheep. What kind of bale is it? What bale is it? It's... Ah, hay. Hey, hey. Ooh, they're small. You can grab them. Okay, that's good. That means we have some food for the sheep at some point when they need food. But currently they have a lot of food, so they don't need it. I also think I saw earlier. Yeah, there's some seeds in here, so that's good. I like the buildings. They're kind of neat. They're kind of neat. Like they look lived in, or well, they look used. They are not, you know, they're shiny new. They were built 4 minutes ago. Type of shelters. Am I hearing the engine? No, I'm not. It sounded like I heard the engine on, which would have been awkward. So, what do we need? We need, in terms of vehicles, we have a grain trailer in the Bunnings here is 140, so we don't need any of those. Where is the vehicle workshop? It's over here. Okay, good. Or vehicle shop. Do they have a workshop? Boat store. Warehouse. Hopefully there's a workshop somewhere. Maybe it's just next to the right coal mine. Not sure what that does yet. I haven't looked. There's an upside down horse here. Is that intentional? Is that inside the... No, it's off the map, so I can't go there. That's a shame. I wonder what that upside down horse is. There's also some speech bubbles over here. So yeah, maybe the workshop is next to the vehicle shop. That's... Whoa. Yeah, here it is. That's good, at least. We know there is a workshop. So we can repair things, we can modify things, and we can sell things at full price. Okay. Oh, yeah. Steering wheel's on the right side. They got it. I had to check. You knew I had to check. Kilted pistons. Okay. So, what do we need? In terms of vehicles, we can click the right button. So, what do we need? We do need a slightly larger tractor, but first we do need a mower so we can mow things. We're probably gonna need a forage wagon since we're gonna be using the bunker silo. We're gonna need the harvester so we can harvest our wheat and get some straw. Let's start with a mower. What kind of mower do we want? I want a big rascal. Do we want a normal? Do we want a normal one? Do we want some disco? I have quite a few mods that adds various kinds of mowers, so we can pick and choose whatever we feel like. I think we'll probably start with a smaller one. Do you want security plates? Yeah. Let's go with that. Oh, that's gonna be... Right. Let's go and buy one of those. What else did we need? We need a forage wagon. We don't need a huge one, but a decent sized one. Can't remember which one it was that I sold. Might have been that size. The 16 cubic meters. 26, that goes up to 13. Maybe we'll grab something like this. Maybe. Because I think that one is smaller. It is smaller, of course it is. It actually fits less. Pickup cover is what? Alright. That one. Do we need that? Probably not. Ropes. Yes, we want those. We want the logo. We don't want the logo. Do we want the silage additives tank? Probably. Sounds like it could be a good idea. Toggle backdoor manually. Probably not. We'll grab that one. Yes. What else was it we needed? We need a... We need a baler for our straw. So what do we grab for that one? Do we... just grab a smallish one, maybe? I do prefer the round bales because I like the aesthetics of them better than the square ones. And they don't need to be huge. They just need to be big enough, I guess. We could grab this one. Yeah, row to feed, row to cut. What's the difference? Aha. Let's go roto cut, and this one will be for our straw. Usually I have a different baler for everything that I need to bale. So I have one for grass, one for straw, one for hay, and if I need silage, then I do that as well. But since we're not going to be using we're not going to be doing silage bales. Well, that reminds me that we need the storage for that as well. But since we're not doing the silage bales, we don't need a silage baler. We need one for straw and one for hay. And we don't need for grass. Right. That should be okay for now. On that front, what else would we need? We do need a harvester. Ooh, right. Right, we should be fine with a regular one. Because what we need is wheat. We need cereal, and then we need soybeans. That's all we need, really. Right, and then I was thinking... Yeah, we'll probably do canola for the oil that we need. Mostly because then we won't actually need another header. This belongs to a mod, which is why that we can do sunflowers as well. And corn. Probably shouldn't be able to. But right, we can check then. This is the one we start with, which I sold. So either we want, because I don't know, I don't like this specific one. I don't like it. It's everywhere. Every starting farm has one. So we could do one of these. I like this one, but it's very like small farmy. It's an old one. I like it, but it doesn't really fit here where we actually have a lot of money. This was quite interesting. But well, I think this one I didn't like. I think because it's the header has a really low working speed, which means that every time there's a slight incline, it just stops. See, these are 10 kilometers an hour. This one's 7. But could do. We could do this one. I like that it has so many options. It's great that it has a ton of options, but it also it's a little bit, oh, what do I want? And it also apparently increases the chance of slight spelling errors. Not gonna complain though, not too much. I already did by mentioning it, but honestly, an extra E at the end of mirrors is not a bad thing. It's not too bad. It's not like this is a... No. No, I'm not going to complain. Stop it. Stop it, me. But we might start with... they're the same size. This one is just rounder, right? Yeah, this one is just rounder. It's probably a later... later model, considering the upgraded numbers. I don't know about this graphic though. And the fact that it's round. It's odd. We could also go with a class or even the John Deere. That one's not that much more expensive, and it is larger by a fair amount. What does that do? Ah, it adds the warning. The warning signs. The warning signs were there. We should have known all along. I don't think I've ever actually used this one. Any time that I've played. I've had it forever, but I don't think I've ever actually used it in the game yet. Maybe we could just go for that one then, so I use it at some point. No, it's not huge, which is a little bit of an issue. It doesn't have that much space. Like even the, it's not that much bigger than the retro one. Maybe we'll just go for the TX32 because it doesn't have the weird graphic at the back. We want the warning triangle, so people will know we're a triangle-y person. Additional mirrors, what does that one do? Yeah, I still want those. We will have both beacons. Right, these ones. Right, reflectors. Where are those? Aha! Right here. On the side, we want those. Warning signs, yeah. We are a big vehicle, so we should have those. Stickers. Ooh. Do we want worn stickers? Now let's have the new one. Grain tank. High. Low. Does it change the... Does not change the capacity. Well, let's stick with high then. Side cover yellow. Let's go with the yellow. It looked the black looks a little bit out of place, if I'm honest. Rag. Oh, this one. Plastic, short, long. Let's go with the short one. Stick with yellow. Black paint condition. What's this one? Ah. When in doubt, always check. Always check pink. Very heavily used. Oh. So it looks a little bit more used. Let's go with lightly used. And yellow, yes. No license plate because we don't need one. Don't want any different kind of wheels. Oh, here's a pet peeve. When there's more than one standard. And then there's standard 2. So it's standard, and standard 2. We'll stick with the first standard, I think. Okay, we buy that one. Yes, okay. And then we get a header for it. Crop pickers, what are these? Oh. Weapons. That looks dangerous. That looks dangerous. Let's have those. Main stickers. Yeah, they're new, and we'll have a lightly used black paint on this one as well, so they match. And then we have the yellow. Does it have... It does have a lightly used yellow as well. What if we go with very heavily used? Meh. Let's keep the same ones. We'll pretend that we have kept the yellow parts in good condition, and we'll repaint it maybe. And not done the same with the black part, because it doesn't need to. It still looks fine. Right, we have our. Do we want the header trailer as well? We may as well grab it while we're here. We want the warning triangle, have the reflector, and of course a lightly used black paint. We may as well grab that one. Just in case. Right. Oh, right. I gotta check. This is the one that I have. Yeah, it does have a front loader attacher. I think that was the front loader that I sold. Teehee. Now I don't know if I want to use this one for the front loading, or if I just want to grab a telehandler and use that for every kind of front loading things. For the silage stuff, I do need a larger tractor anyways, or a wheel loader. Do I go for a wheel loader? I do have some hoods for that as well, as is probably obvious. Yeah, maybe we'll grab one of the JCBs. We'll have to be able to use one of the levelers, as well as a silo compactor. Maybe we just use a tractor for it, because we can use 3-point on most of them. Yeah, how wide is this? This one's quite wide. And it can grip things. This one's smaller, which probably makes more sense considering the size of our farm. It's also Brazilian, I believe, so that might not fit into the Scottish aesthetic. Ah, 3 meters. This one doesn't say, but this one can also grab things. And that is a wheel loader attachment, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we can't use these. Oh, we can use JCB Q-Fit. Or telehandler we can choose. We can pick and choose for this one, but not for this one. But I might also just use one of these. the lizard one, because it would make fairer amount of sense. This one can only be used with the light wolf, which is a little bit not quite necessary for the scale of farm we're going to be having. So let's just grab the lizard one. Just grab the lizard one and maybe not make it this particular shade of yellow. It should be, let's also go with a long attack, sure. Maybe just use a JCB yellow. We're gonna stick with yellow. We're gonna be using a fair amount of JCB gear equipment, I guess. Mostly because they are actually British, I believe. We're gonna do a Google. Yay. In the middle of everything, we learn. Learning is important. JCB. British multinational manufacturer of equipment for construction, agriculture, waste handling and demolition. So yes, they are British. So we'll just use a lot of their stuff because we are in Scotland after all. Let's grab that one. Probably a little bit early to be buying one of those, but yeah, no, it's fine. Now, do we grab one of these? I can't remember. I think it might be this one. It's something that can be used as a roller as well, I believe. Or is it the Globus? It might be the Globus. Yes, it is. See, it's not like at a right angle. That's because it can swing. And that is a little bit annoying. I don't think it's the same with the Beacon. That looks to be fairly solid. And it is huge. Or we could also use the Framest. It looks a little sillier. Now let's use the Beacon because it's called Beacon. Bye. Yes, okay. Now, we are going to be needing... What else? Well, I'm thinking I may as well hop over and look for a low loader that we can be using. Because we are going to be needing a low loader to move all of our stuff. What's this one? What is this, I ask, as if it's not a mod that I have installed. Probably not that one. And these are semi-trailers. These are too small. Like, you can't fit anything on there of the size that we are going to be shoving onto it. How about this one? Standard box. Box? Oh, it adds a box for no reason. Side walls. That feels like it just takes up space. Beacon lights, double. Oh. That's an interesting spot to have beacons on. Let's just go with standard. This one could work. What else? What other options do we have? And the other option is the Schwarzmüller. That one is large. We're going to be moving large things, so I guess that's fair enough. There is also the Fliegel one, which I use that one quite a lot because it's fairly cheap and it is fairly good. But let's grab this Cosnet then, and let's add a box because it looks nice. And it doesn't actually do anything negative, just costs 500 extra. We'll buy that one. And then we'll see if we need something bigger. But that one can hopefully... Let's actually look at it. Where am I? Where are the things? Over here. Oh no, it's far. It's far. Run it. Run, 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 run. Right. Yeah, we should be able to get a fair amount of stuff on here. I was going to say we should probably be able to get the harvester up, but then again, I don't think we're going to have the harvester on. Since we have the header trailer and all of that, we're probably... Ooh, actually... They're not very quick, are they, these... the harvesters. So... We might not want to... I'm one of the weirdos that when I play this, not only am I, like, relaxing while playing it, which probably isn't that weird, but I also tend to follow traffic rules. And I don't think a harvester going as slowly as they tend to do, for as far as we need to go, because we do need to go quite a bit. We need to go around here, and then in, and then up. And that is a fair amount of space, or that's a fair amount of ground to cover. So we probably do want to have our a harvester on, and it should fit. But we are going to be needing a bigger tractor. We do have a small tractor, the JCB Fast Track. So we do want a bigger one. What kind of mediums do we have? He says as if he didn't know by heart all of the mods installed. Alright. I have never used the Benz trucks. Are they really tractors? Huh. There's also the JCB, of course, Fast Track 4K 4000. That goes up to 35. Might want to have something a little bit stronger. Huh. Yeah, I didn't buy the Highlands DLC by itself. I bought the season pass. So I got all of the other things. I'm not really checked out all of the like Plains and Prairie stuff and all that good stuff. All of that good stuff. Which is why I was a little bit surprised to find the Mercedes-Benz trucks in the tractors. In the tractors. But I guess they are kind of tractory. No. Does it? Can you? You can't swap what side the steering wheel is on. Oh no. 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 What a terrible time. I wonder why you wouldn't want a 3-point hitch just literally everywhere you can. Oh. Agriculture platform extension. Oh. Oh. And it has a nice little ladder. Agriculture frame. Oh, can you like have swap bodies for these? Now I have to check. Can you? Ah, there's no combinations for it. Let's see. Okay, a loader, bumper. Half pipe. That one is for right, the semi trucks. all of them are, yeah. Makes sense. Unfortunately, we probably won't be using any of these. But we have them. What's in the plains and prairies? I like how silly these look. Just the shape. There's not a lot of farming going on in this so far. But yeah, it's probably gonna be like that for the day. Ha. These also look really silly. Like a lot of the tractors, they have so large, like the engine room, I guess, is so large. It looks just like a gigantic nose, and it's both silly but also kind of cute. That's massive. We absolutely cannot use this one. It looks kind of neat, and it's of course big, and it's called Roy, but no chance we can get that one around any of the roads around here. That one's kind of neat. This was kind of neat. This one probably could fit, but it's a little bit on the slow side. What else do we have? A cedar? Huge. We have an additional tank. If you need an additional tank of like 35,000 liters of seeds, you might have slightly too large fields. A planter? Yeah, 18 meters, that's huge. That's huge. Auger wagon. Fertilizer spreader. 22 meters. Wait, was that solid? That's solid fertilizer? Oh, I see. So it's got these little arms that just plop the little fertilizers out. Interesting, because it kind of looks more like a sprayer. Interesting. Probably won't be using that either, but it's kind of neat. Cultivator. Yeah, this is like, these things are just huge. They are huge. Isn't one of these that have the bottom exit or whatever it's called? Like you fill them at the top, and then when you empty them, it just goes out the bottom side. Does it go out there? Where's that thing? I wish I knew more about any of these things. Oh, a poo trailer. Poo tank. It is huge. That one is also absolutely massive. Bloody hell. You can combine it with... Oh, trucks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering, can you, like, use that one to spread fertilizer or the slurry with? No, you can't. You can with this one. Hmm. 16 meters worth of poo spread. That's impressive, actually. It's Canadian. Here we have another one, just fits more stuff. Rogator. This is a sprayer, right? Yeah. It says that, but I didn't read until I already clicked. Neat. Liquid logic sprayer. What else do we have? Fertilizer spreader. And then it's solid? Yeah, it is. This spreading mechanism is a very solid fertilizer spreader. And this one as well, but it has the arms. Yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't, or well, I don't get why you wouldn't just go with the liquid, because then you can do both fertilizing and spraying. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I always feel like the way that the what would this be called? Fairing? Aero parts? I always feel like they look really silly, regardless. They're very useful. Of course, lowering the air resistance, but they always look really silly. Okay, then we know what's in there. What else? I haven't used the neck setback. I probably won't now either, because they are absolutely for massive fields, and we do not have anything even remotely close to big enough to use that. Like 40-meter. Oh, that's a cultivator. That's what fits on this one, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, 40 meters, but it's all really solid. Like, you can't move with a thing like that. You can't really move around. But it's kind of cool, the technology. Like, as far as I'm aware, from what I've seen, basically, is that when you use it, like, you have the, I wonder where it is. Is it here the attacher is? Can't really zoom in, so I can't see, and I'm not that smart. But you basically attach whatever header it is you're gonna use, probably here, so it doesn't stick out into traffic when you try to go anywhere. But I might be wrong. And then when you're gonna use it, basically the entire mechanism just folds, so you go in this direction, sideways instead, like so. It's a really cool concept, but I don't think we have enough space to actually use it in any way, shape, or form. So let's go back to tractors. Now that we've finished our sidetrack. Would 235 be big enough? I might want to have a medium and a large tractor, actually, because there are large ones. We could use the JCB 8000s. Probably. Well, that's 3048. We got wide and weight. Narrow. We probably don't need narrow on a large one, because if there's anything we're gonna use this for, it's dragging big things. And what we would need narrow tires for is just spraying, really. Could just go standard, I guess. Oh, I was 2 clicks away from it. Okay. Oh, we could do wide, actually. We could do wide, because if we're only going to be using it to drag big things and never go over any fields with crops on them, we might as well just use wide. Additional weights, where does that go? End up over here? Yeah. Maybe we'll just do that. Add a bunch of extra. Don't want a carpet. Yeah, let's have a carpet. We can have it. Then we'll have it. Want the bacon? Yeah, let's grab the bacons. Let's also have the Isaria Pro Compact. We're probably mostly gonna do all of the things that we do during the day anyways. Oh right, we are not going to be using the bucketer. We're going to be... Can we have wide? We can't have wide Trelleborg. I guess we're going with standard then. Because we have to use Trelleborg. Come on. We have to. We must, as Swedes, use Trelleborg and such. So I guess we're using standard then. Yeah, and this should be strong enough to just pull out all the things that we want to pull by. Yes. Right. This one cannot have any... okay. It cannot have any front loader. This one could, yes. Can this one have narrow tires? Because if so, it can. So we'll probably use this one then. Because 130 horses is easily enough to pull any of the sprayers that we would be using. So probably we'll just modify the one that we have. We'll modify the one that we have, and we'll fiddle with that. Right. Right, now I have mods and official DLC doing the same thing. Oops. Never mind. It's fine. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, we'll modify the one that we have and go with that. What telehandler do we want? I mean, we're probably gonna just grab a JCB one again. Do we use the construction one? It is big. Is it bigger than the others? It seems like it's got a longer arm, but you never really know, and it doesn't tell you. It has an X meter long arm. So what else could we use? Could use it. I like the Manitous. And I think the ones I use most are the Merlot ones. Probably, I think it's this one. It's really small, but it does all of the things you need it to. I like it. Yeah, let's grab the JCB construction. Attachers, Q-fit. I'd probably go with the forks, or you can just have various ones. Okay. Engine, biggest one. Wide tires. Stick with standard. We'll have bacons. We will not have a reverse alarm because I know when I'm going backwards. So I don't need to be told again. I don't need to have the beep. The beep just makes me sad. It makes my ears go, no! Oh, we're running out of money. We should probably keep an eye on that. But we do need some tools. We are gonna grab... What are we gonna grab? We need... We're going to need a bale spike. Let's grab this one actually. Telehandler by S. So we'll have that one. We don't need, but I like having one of the like one of these for our round bales. Mostly because it makes sense, kind of, sort of. So let's grab these. What else would I possibly need? A bucket, probably, of some sort. How big is this one? 2400? Probably that one then. Just a big old bucket. So we can bucket things. Or... This one is used for like silage and stuff. Probably grab one of those then. And it's blue, which is kind of fun. Otherwise it's like the manure fork, and this is kind of boring, if I'm honest. You could of course use one of these. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll do one of those, and then we'll go just make it a little different. Option again. Yeah, let's just grab all of these things because it looks good if we do it like that. And then we'll have this one for silage and manure. Silage and poo. Ah, we don't have more space. We need more space. Why didn't they make the lot bigger? It is bigger, they just don't use all the space. Come on. Come on. Oh, now I wonder... Oh, we can't quite hear the game, can we? Over the BGM. That's a shame. Because I like hearing the motor noises. Also gonna drop the speed because I'm too, like I said, I drive the speed limit. Oh wow, that is slow. Okay, I'll just do the rest of the things while you unload. That was slow as hell. Right. This one. Will it even fit? This is very wide. I think this is way too wide for the loader, actually. Oh yeah. Might actually miss with both wheels. Let's try though. Just because we can. Just because we think it won't work doesn't mean it actually won't work. Oh, it might sort of work. If we find if we get the angle exactly right. Get the angle right. Maybe. Well, this is I don't think this is road legal. I don't think that's road legal. Oh well. Oh well. What else can we actually fit up there? Or maybe one of the, or the maybe we can get the telehandler. I was gonna. I was thinking maybe we put the telehandler tools underneath here. Then we need to bring the telehandler to take them out. What we might do is we might put up the. Oh, wrong way. We put the two bunker silo equipment thingies. Yeah, I know my words. And I just did a very unnecessary roundabout to get to them. Okay. And yeah, this one doesn't wiggle, that's good. So I will try and get the beacon up first. Because that's probably easier to... Angle is not quite right. If there's something I'm very not good at, it's driving in games. And trying to aim... Oh, wait, what? Really? Hitboxes? I guess not. I guess we don't move these yet. What we can do though is we can ignore the signs on the ground and just drop them here, so they are out of the way, so we can buy more things. Well, that took a while. Right, then we'll just... oh, right, do we have, like, we don't have a trailer hitch, we have a bacon, right. I was gonna say, otherwise we could have gone the header as well. Which, now that I think about it... Oh, damn it. I have to... I love it when I think ahead of time. I need the... I need the harvester to move the harvester head. Unless I buy another tool, which I'm not really too keen on doing. Oh, all of that. Very clearly not legal way of setting up your stuff. And then I have to redo it anyways. Come on. There we go. And I never remember which side you can you have to be on to drop the headers onto the trailer properly. Luckily you can just drop them in a general direction and it'll snap into place. There we go. Okay, so it was from the other side. Oh well. It worked. And in the end, that's the important part. That is the important part. I wonder how much of the motor noise is coming through. Because it's not that high. It's just enough so you can get the good parts without having your ears blown out, which is preferable. I do like not having my ears blown out by games. Oh, yeah, we got it again. Okay, and there. And we hop out. We get a little bit of a bonk on the head by the ladder. I always love when that happens. We fold, and then we make sure we fasten the the tension belts to hold the big old rascal in place. Yeah, that is a tight fit, isn't it? Oh well. To home with our new harvester. We cannot see backwards, which is fantastic, and we make sure we stay on the right side of the road, which is the left side. So it's the correct side of the road. We use our indicators. There's not a lot of traffic, is there? What, is there traffic? Surely there is. Oh wait, I need to go this way, don't I? Oh, a car. We're not alone. One thing that I do miss in most of these maps, both the official ones and the modded ones, is that there are very few what are they called? Ah, what are they? Damn it! Speed limits or speed signs telling you are allowed to drive at this speed. There's nothing. It just says drive slowly. Why slow then? Right. Here we go. And up here. And this is the road to home, and now we don't have to care too much about following the road or the laws of the road, because this is our road. Loophole. Loopholes. What else? We're gonna need... Right, we're gonna need a... pallet handler thing. Where should we keep this one? Where should we keep... Ah, of course. Right here. Right, there we go, and then we unfold it. This has to be one of the slowest low loaders that I have ever used. Good thing I'm not going to be using it too much, but wow. It looks nice, which is the important part. We'll just keep it here. The harvester seems like a good place for it. And we can have the header on the trailer right next to it. And we can have something else sticking out on that bit there. Nice. We also got a decent look at myself. See, I'm growing the hair back out since the whole football thing didn't work out. And yeah, being a bald fraud outside of football, it's even worse than being a bald fraud in football, if I'm completely honest. Oh, can we get around? Do we have enough space? We don't have the clearance. We don't have the clearance, Captain. Oh, speaking of we don't have the clearance, that is close as hell. There we go. Now we can get out. Right. Feels a bit wobbly, this tractor. Can you see how it wobbles? I'm not used to that. I am very much not used to that. Makes it a little bit difficult to steer, if I'm completely honest. And there's no one here. Just hurry out. No one there. There's a bus. Just wait for that one to pass. Because it's a wide vehicle and we are also wide. At 40. Is it kilometers per hour or is it miles per hour though? That is the question. Slowest that one went is probably kilometers. Yeah, I like the look of this map. It looks nice. It's definitely something that I want to, you know, explore a little bit more when we get to that point, which we will. We'll get to that point. Since we are currently playing on half speed, we will have a lot of time between doing actual farm work. Come on, hurry up, man. There we go. And we're back at the vehicle workshop, so we can load up more stuff to bring home. Yay! Yay. We're probably gonna grab the... Oh, right. Let's drive this one forward so we are out of the way. We unload, we unattach. Right, let's just buy the last bit. What was it? We needed a... Oh, we don't have a pallet fork. What was it I was going to get? It was... Ah, right, this bucket. Wasn't it? With all of the options and a telehandler, we buy it. We buy, yes. And I don't think I'm going to grab this one, this regular bucket, because there is a different kind of machine that I would like to have. Not because I need it, but because I would like to have it. Let's actually go and check that one out, because I want to confirm what kind of tools it can have. It is under... Is it under excavators? No, but we do have some excavators we can play around with. Big rascals, slightly less big rascal, but very useful. And then we have other big rascals. Is it a miscellaneous? No. Is it a regular miscellaneous? Yes, we have the backhoe loader. So that one can have a universal bucket. It can have clamshell buckets, which is nice. But this is... Is this the JCB specific one? I think it is. Does it say what attacher it is? No. But it doesn't really look like any specific one that I can remember. While we're in the shop, we might as well have music. Yeah, the music is a little loud now that I think about it. Oops. But I don't think it's a telehandler. Is it a front loader attacher? It is. So theoretically, we should be able to use front loader attachments. I do like this stand grip because you can use it for a lot of things. You can scoop things up. Right, can the buckets have onions in? Let's see. Yes. But not these ones. That's a shame. Let's buy one of these. Because why not buy it? The worst that can happen is I can't use it, right? I think things through. And then we'll buy the backhoe loader. Mostly because I kind of like the look of it. And the fact that you can have the back loader. Auto tilt, sure, why not? We can have trelleborgs, so we'll have trelleborgs. We won't have tinted windows, we're not that cool. And we buy it. Yeah, who needs money? We're also gonna grab a fixed clamshell bucket, I believe. Do I want a fixed one? Do I want the fixed or do I want the dangle? I don't know. This got way more difficult than it needed to be. What's this one? Oh. I have things that I have not yet checked out. It's great, isn't it? It's brilliant when you have so many mods that you don't even remember what you have. And you don't know what they do. Let's grab a fixed clamshell bucket, just because I don't know what the collision with materials is, so we'll leave that off just in case. We can always modify it later. There we go. And now we can right, we can hop off here and we can pick up things that we placed incredibly intelligently. Because why wouldn't we place them in a way that is really annoying to pick up again? let it be said, I make things easy for myself. Go, and then we just go, and we deposit them on the low loader. And I just remembered now that we're not that rich anymore. I've spent a lot of it on things I actually don't need. We have nothing to actually work the fields. We don't have any plows. We don't have any cultivators. We don't have a seeder. Instead, I buy a telehandler and a backhoe loader. Why? Because I felt like it. Once more, I don't make things easy for myself. See, we lower this one. Where does it land? Oh, they're touching already? Drop it. Drop it. Jeff, lower. Drop it. I can't drop it when it's lowered. There we go. You have to pull it up so you can drop it. That's interesting. Okay. Now we'll sneak this one out of the way, because we don't need to use that one to get anything else up on the trailer. Oh, and turn off so we don't waste fuel. And now we'll head into the backhoe loader, and we'll see if we can actually use the front loader attachment, because that would be, it's speedy even backwards. It will be very useful if we can use it to yes, beautiful. That means we can, oh, hang on, we can only okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're fine. Okay, do that, and then we'll sneak on over and pick up the clamshell bucket. And let's see, how do we use this one? X to unfold. Oh. Okay, that will move sideways. Okay, and now I can't use the I can't use the front loader. Okay, that makes sense. Just see, you just grab this one from the wrong side, I think. Nope, it was the right side. Okay. Can I even fold it like this? Oh. Oh, wow. No, that was a terrible idea. Let's not do that again. Wow. That didn't work. How are you even supposed to use this then? The clamshell buckets. Like so? How do you open it? How do you open it? I've never actually used this one. Was it both? Oh, it's both. Okay. And then you go down. Wait, not like that probably. But like so. Shoop. And then you lift. Okay. We're experimenting with buckets. Yeah, this is probably not the best thing ever. It'll work. It'll work. And it'll be fun to try something new that I haven't tried before. Just don't fold with the buckets hanging on, because that was a terrible idea. It was a funny idea, but not a great one. We'll plop that one down somewhere around here. Probably not on the side, actually. Stop it. Don't go too far forward, please. And there. Oh, right. Wait, there's two? Oh, now we're back at the... Now we're back at the... Okay. Okay. I'm learning things. It's exciting. And then we go over here. And then we fold. And remember, never fold without disconnecting the bucket. Because the bucket will screw you over. It will destroy you. Do we just go backwards as well with this one? Or not? We get stuck with the... pallet fork. We're a little off center. I don't like it. I want it to be as good as we can. That's pretty decent. No, it's not. It's probably the best we're gonna get with me at the wheel. Right, something like that. Then maybe we can what if we make it really thin? Does that should work. Whatever we do, let's fasten the tension belts first. What? And then we fold. And we hope that nothing gets squeezed. It's a little bit, I think. That's fine. It's fine. And then we get this back home again. Right, and I can't be bothered turning the music on and off again, so we'll just sit with the music on then. Even if that means we have no proper motor sounds. Do we have actually... Aha. We do have indicators for when the indicators are on. Actually, let's listen to the music, or the motor a bit. I wonder if it is a little too low to be actually audible though. Like I can hear it faintly to the point where it's relaxing to listen to. I don't know if it actually comes through the stream. Man, this game is brilliant for just chilling, just relaxing, taking it easy, as long as there's no NPC traffic in the vicinity, because then it gets very exciting. Because they do not care about traffic laws at all. I've been T-boned more times than I can count. Even though they just blasted through a stop sign. NPC traffic is something they have not really paid attention to when making the game. It wasn't one of the priorities I I must say. If it was, something is very wrong. Let's see, probably here? Let's unfold, since it'll take 2 years. Alright, we can turn off the engine for now. It's already done. It's quick. Then we roll down. We move the pallet fork up so we don't accidentally get stuck on things. We unfold so we can go the wrong way, of course, and pick up the clamshell buckets. Oh, come on, there we go. Oh, yeah, I don't get why it does that. Just straight out. Get up. Okay. Into the air. It's probably something that I can do things about that I just don't know yet, because I'm not very smart. There, and then we can have, oh, go the right way. We can have these in behind the harvester, because there's probably a decent place for them to be. It's either that or the telehandler, but honestly the telehandler needs more space. Right, swap the right thing. Oh, and then we go forward a little bit so we don't accidentally smack things around. We have enough of that. Then we can lower the front. Can make that one a little wider so it looks less like a murder weapon, ready to stab. Do we still have clearance? Yes. There, and we are all under the roof. Perfect. Okay, that one's done. Now we won't. I will leave that there for a year or two when we need it. Okay, now we'll just grab the bunker silo equipment and get ready for the next haul. But we have the most of the important things back home already. The harvester mainly. The harvester and the trailer, which is what we're going to be needing first anyways. Let's see, how do we do this? Do we just go do a little cheeky 3-point? Cheeky little 3-point turn. And where do we keep these? We probably want to keep them close by. I don't know if they need to be indoors. It would be nice if they could be indoors, but I don't want to put them in the bunker silo. Do we have? Let's turn off the motor for this one, and then we can have the music back on. I do have the side shelter extra building things. Basically building extensions. They are somewhere. They look ridiculous when they are by themselves, because that's not how they're supposed to be. It's basically something like this. So an extra roof with an extra wall, and then you just lines up with a building. Where is it? I hope I remember to actually add that one this time. It would be very awkward if I didn't, and I was talking about how useful they can be. I might have forgotten. Oops. So I don't think they should be under silos. They should be under... they should be under shelters or sheds. But I didn't see it, so I might have forgotten. Took what, 20-30 minutes to add the mods, and then I didn't add one that I actually needed for once. Right. Fantastic. Right. Good thing I'm actually in here just scrolling around trying to find the things that I've probably forgotten to add to this save. I need a bale storage and a pallet storage. Well, I don't need them, but it's very convenient to have them. How small is this? This is a fairly large small shed, actually. That's a very large small garage. Yeah, I need something really small I can have, like, roughly here. But it's smaller than this timber frame because, well, it takes up more space than it needs to, and the space you actually can use inside is not that great. Like, it's a fairly small building. Like, yeah. And the door. I don't know if my... does anything that I'm currently using actually fit through the door? Maybe barely. Oh, yeah. No, that does not fit. That was fairly large as well. I think I should have something that is fairly small. Or like small enough, I guess. I don't know if I want to have something like so, because it kind of blocks the... way in to the bunker silo, which I would not want. I would prefer not to have it like that. But I should have some other small, actual small sheds. There we go. Not that kind, no. Because that's an additional... It's addition rather than a freestanding one. This one is a good size, sort of. But again, does anything fit in actually? No, it doesn't. That was way too big. I've made things complicated for myself. You love to see it. No, too big. We could just use one of these. Like it's supposed to be for a harvester, but probably not the harvester that I have. I think it might be too big. It might actually fit in there, but we could use that and just have that as an extra. What is it overlapping with? That's the only place it doesn't overlap with anything. Are there rocks an object by any chance? Easiest way to tell, grab a single floodlight. Yeah, so these rocks are objects. That is not fantastic, because that usually means you can't really work around it. And then it's... yeah, so we basically have to stay... That's a fair amount of distance, actually. Here is something oddly large right there. All right, now we have to find where the shed was again. There we go. We might just go ahead and see if we can. We'll aim off the backside and not in that way, and the wall, and then we will toggle free mode on, so we can place things as weirdly as we like. Plop. There we go. And let's go around on foot. Basically make sure that it looks decent. Doesn't have to look perfect, but that's actually pretty good. Well, apart from the holes in this newly built thing. And the inside. Yeah, it's fine. I like that there's a bunch of small little tools everywhere. Again, it makes it look like it actually is in use. What's this thing? Huh. I have no idea. I have no idea. But that means we can use this for storing our silage equipment. If we can fit. I think that should be good. I dropped the beacon instead of the leveler. There we go. Leveler down. And then we can drop the beacon. It turns around. Not well enough, apparently. I don't know. I've been using the what are they called? Rigitrack tractors a bit lately. They are ridiculously maneuverable. Oh no! I can go a little bit further. Something like I just go back until we nudge the other one. And then we go back out a little bit. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, like a glove. It's like I'm a professional or something. Now we can go back and fetch more things. Yay! We're getting there. Slowly but surely we are getting to a point where we can actually start farming instead of transporting. We chilling? We are chilling. In Scotland. With a wiggly tractor. And my cows. I think I saw a cow just blip out of existence there. Oh well. Hopefully not. Hopefully that was a mirage. A mirage. Surely. No crazy NPCs. So we can drive. We can go, go, go. Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? No, I didn't. I still not remembered how to get to where I need to go. before any NPCs come and catch us. Before they catch us off guard. Right. And then we make a little twirl. We do our little turn on the sidewalk. And unfold, turn off, and then once we yeah, it's a good thing it looks good, the low loader, because oh boy, it's slow. Oh no, it's blinking. Can you turn that off? Because that's kind of uncomfortable, actually. That is actually very uncomfortable. Let's can you turn that off? Slope compensation. What does that do? There's a bunch of things that I don't know. Main arm. There's a main arm. This is the main arm. Where's the other arm then? Leveling? Oh! Oh! This just opens a door. What's that? Leveling 2? Main arm. Leveling. Oh, okay. Okay, so it... I accidentally opened my door. Let's close the door. Okay, so this... Aha. One of the slope compensation does. I thought it was it could have been like the let's open the window. Let's have a little bit of a breathe. For no other reason that we can. But okay. That's kind of neat. I don't think I will ever use it. But it's nice that it's there. In case I ever feel like using it like I'm some kind of professional or something. I guess that's the that might be the difference between using one of the agricultural one and the construction one that we actually got. It has the leveler. I don't know if the other does. It might, and I just haven't seen it. We can go and check in the shop afterwards. When I put... Where am I? Am I not on? Oh. Oh boy. I do like making things more difficult for myself. Here we have a bucket that needs maneuvering as well. Which is, there we go, let's close that one. And then we go down. We go as straight as possible so we can fit things in. Maybe not that far in. And then we let go. Nice. Nice. Is that a... It's a playground. It kind of looks like one of the a mod that I have that adds... What is it? What is it called? It's like a water station... A water pump station. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of this, but it's obviously very different. It has a hole in the ground and this one doesn't. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that was the same thing. Or similar thing. It's not like it's the first time I've been confused. Right. Right. I really need to go around and add things that I need. Like a... I probably need a poo heap. A poop heap. For the pigs that we don't have yet. Alright. And then we drive very carefully with the murder weapon. There are many murder weapons in this game, despite being a very chill game. Yeah, I absolutely made things way more difficult for myself by grabbing this particular telehandler. I might actually just swap it for one of the agriculture ones, so I don't have to deal with having to swap between control groups. Because right now I can't lift the arm. I can only wiggle. And to actually move the arm, I have to change the control group. And then to open and close the bale handler again, or the bale... Is it a bale handler? The bale grabber. I have to change the control group again. And that is a little bit too much work for my taste. So it's a nice... vehicle is nice, but I don't necessarily know if it is that convenient, at least not for me. That'll be alright, and then we have to swap control groups to let go. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap this one out. It will also get rid of the quite annoying green blinking, which I'm really not a fan of. Wait, is that on all the time? No. So only when I'm in? So yeah, as soon as I hop into the vehicle, it's there. Right. We lost a little bit of money on that, but it's fine. Just grab another telehandler. Because I do still want that telehandler. They are very useful. Right, so yeah, the agriculture ones do not have the levelers. But before I buy this one, actually it should be fine. It should be fine. Agri Plus, Agri Super, Agri Pro. Let's go with Pro because that sounds more professional. Do we do wide tires? Maybe. Yeah, we're not gonna drive that on things that we care about. Let's go with 541 because that sounds more impressive. Don't think it did anything different. Nah, just changed the decals. Low bacon, high bacon, strobe. Definitely not a strobe. So let's go with a low bacon attacher, standard. Yeah, standard. We're going with all yellow. Let's buy it. And now we hope for the best, that it's actually something that isn't unpleasant to use. If only there was a way to try any of all these things before we just buy them, right? Okay, we don't have any different control groups on the vehicle. We can still open the window. This might work. So let's go and grab one of the tools and see what happens. We see what happens. Hopefully, it'll just work normally. Come here. Yeah. And then we can do that. We can slide forward a little bit. We can go down. Grabbies. And then we can turn that one off. Is the beaconing? It's not. I wonder how you get that to the beacon to beacon. If we turn all the lights on? Nope. Yeah, then I don't know. Right. There's nothing else we can fit on. Because all those three have to be moved separately. And then we fold, and then we strap everything down. We wiggle the tractor for luck. We wiggle. And we look for NPCs. What does that say? I can't see. Spruce Bridge. Oh, I like spruce. Spruce is nice. Alright. Speed limits. I do try to drive within speed limits just because it's what a normal person would do, and I try to pretend I'm normal sometimes. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this wiggly tractor thing. It's very wiggly. Is that a three-wheeled car? It is. Well then. Why can't I have one of those? The closest I can have is a Piaggio. And those rascals are not easy to steer. There is one more vehicle that I'm going to buy that is not like a farming tool, I guess. It's not... how should I put that? It's very useful to have, but it's not like a plow or anything, or any of the actual things that I need. Oh no, right, we need to unfold and now we can turn off. Right, where should I have these things? I don't know if they fit in here, because it's a little bit short. Does the smaller tractor fit in there by any chance? Because that is smaller. Let's try. Run. Oh wait, we have all-wheel steering. Oh yeah, we do like that maneuverability. Okay, that's super good for corners when you park things in the way of yourself. Yeah, this probably fits. Probably, maybe. But will it fit? It's snug, that's for sure. I might want to put the weight somewhere else. See if we can finagle it in a little bit. How am I supposed to get the seeds out? Someone, whoever put that the box of seeds in there, I might Austin Powers myself right now. No, I think I'm safe. Drop the tool. Thank you. Okay, let's see if we can get ourselves out of this mess as well. Oh. Easy. I kind of like... I want to hear this motor sound. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, isn't it? For something so small. There we go. Listen to the lambs as well. Perfect. Perfect fit. We also have that one. I don't know what to have in there. Maybe the aforementioned other useful vehicle. That should fit in there, hopefully. It's not huge. And start. Let's close the window. Just because. Oh no, this one has a beep. Oh no. The horror. The horror. And then we'll have all of the tools in here somewhere. I looked backwards to think. I don't know why that seemed like a good idea to me. But let's drop that one there. Drop that one there, please. Thank you. Can we actually turn around in here? We are small enough to turn around in here. Oof. Lovely. Ooh. We're not small enough to actually steer though. We still struggle with that. Probably should have put the tools on at a better angle so I didn't have to actually go up the go up to grab them. This will be interesting. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. Easy. Not sweaty at all. Right, oh, and I should, before I go and grab their next batch of stuff, I should get the bale and pallet storage. One of each. Because that is probably going to be very useful. And by probably I mean it's absolutely going to be useful. Because that means I can store things without having to try and stack them myself. Because I am not that good at stacking things. Especially in this game. Why are we sliding? Is it the arm? Might be. There, now we just go up. This one. I mean, this is gonna be for this is for silage and Poe. So do I want that indoors? I kind of want it in the same storage as the other silage and Poe equipment, but it doesn't really fit. We could just have it outdoors. We could just have it out here, right next to the shelter. If it's just gonna be for poo anyways, it's fine. Well, it's gonna be for silage too, which is it's the opposite of poo. It's what happens before poo. It'll be food, and then we can wriggle this one in. Okay, the arm is actually on the ground. That's why we start sliding. Right, and parked. Perfect. Okay. Now, do I need... I do need the loader still. Because I kind of need... I kind of need to grab the plows and all of that good stuff. Also probably could move both of the balers that I'm going to be using. Can move both of them on the low loader as well. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Because that would mean one less trip. if I can have both of the balers. And the reason I usually use more than one baler instead of just having one for everything is because you never get a perfect amount of bales, so you always have a like 63% left to fill, or well, 63% left after you've picked up all of the stuff you're baling, which is unfortunate. But that does mean that you either have to get rid of it somehow, because you can't make partial bales without mods, and I don't have that mod. Is there someone behind me, or is it my... Oh, it's me. It's me making the noise. But yeah, I usually have one baler for every one thing I need. And since we're going to be needing 2 things now, I need 2 balers. It's not the worst I've ever done. I have done both grass and hay, and straw, and silage. So that's 4 balers that I've had. It was not exactly necessary, but I had it. Right, and then we... Alright, damn it. Dang it. Okay, we unfold, we turn it off, we go and look for another baler. So the one we have now is for straw. Is it? I think it was this one, yes. And then we'll just have another that does 125. So we'll have the same size of everything because that is easier. Do we just grab one of the grab a Pettinger? Maybe, because I was thinking maybe we could grab one of the Krone? I don't know. Is it German? I haven't checked. They have variable sizes as well, which isn't super necessary. So may as well just grab this one that has the size I need. And yeah. Net, film binding. Let's go standard net. Can make a bunch of color changes, which is nice. I'm not gonna do that though, because I don't need to. Right, and then we need one of each of the things for... brain is not working currently. Cultivation and seeding. Right, planters, or what are they for? That I need soybeans. Right. Right. I could just go with it. I have a nice little one. Like this 2-row planters. It's a nice little mod. But I don't know. I don't think I need to be planting soybeans right away. So I don't need a planter right now. What I would need though... Do I need a plow? I don't think I need a plow. I can just use a subsoiler, which is easier to use, and I don't think it's cheaper, but it is easier to use. For absolute sure. Yeah, they're not cheaper, are they? Not really. Depends. Like the... like these two, the Levant and the Ripper. Oops. Like they both cost the same, but there's a 150 horsepower difference in need. And they are the same width as well. So it is a little bit silly. It is a little bit silly. We could grab... What could we grab? What do we want to grab, actually? That's the more important part. Something that makes sense. What was our tractor? I forgot. Is it 348? It's 348. So we need to keep under 348. So that one is too big. It's too heavy. Could use this one at 6 meters. That is big. That is wide. That's way too wide, actually. We don't need it to be that wide. I could use the Actisol Actimixed. The Bednar, but that one's uses more power for less width. Aha, but it can also fertilize. But do I need that? Not really. It doesn't say what kind of solid fertilizer. Right, because even with the unit, it does need the combo system thing. Can you have all 3 things? You can have can you have a seeder with that as well? Just have everything. Let's put the music back on, since it's otherwise completely quiet. It's making my brain cry. So just go with the framest, maybe. Yeah, let's go with this one. Right. Yes. So we have that one. Let's grab a cultivator as well, because we can. And they're always good to have. Should we just stick with the same brand? Are we sticking with the same brand? We could. What else do we have? What else do we have? Again, we don't need a huge one. Just need one that is big enough for our needs, and we can fit it into wherever we want to keep it. Why is there? Alright. I always wonder every time, why are the two? I think it's because this one has wheels on one side and also a 3-point on the opposite side. No, they both have 3-point. It's just the wheels are on different sides. What's the difference here? This one has a roller. Okay. So what do we grab then? Thinking like 4 or 5 meters maybe. Could do the Okrama. I don't know. 4.2. Why? Be specific. Be specific, please. 3.5. 2 is a little bit too. It's a little bit too small. 12 is way too large. Bloody hell. 4. I'm thinking 5 or 6. How is that? 54. 58. This one can also plant. It can plant, what was that? Oilseed radish and grass. Interesting. That's 90k without the seeding unit though. Meanwhile, the Coon is wider and cheaper. Ooh. Ooh. Why are things so difficult for me? just grab the Okrama hide and go for 6 meters. It's cheap as well. That was way cheaper than I thought it was, actually. Let's go with that. It's probably a little bit too cheap, actually. But we have a subsoiler, we have a cultivator. I would like a mulcher. Let's grab this one, I think. Unless 9 meters is a little bit too much. 3 is a little. Could do this one. The master fee. 6 meters. Yeah, let's go with that one. What? Yeah. Okay. Mulcher. Stone picker. I kind of need one. We can probably grab this one. It's smaller, which is fine. Turkish, I believe. We'll have it in green though. Let's grab that one. And then we need a cedar. We are running out of money. Yay! And we also have to buy pigs and build some stuff at home, which I was gonna do before I got back here. Teehee. And these are just too big. It's too huge. I think I usually use this one early on. I don't really need to. It would be nice to have a one that can do both. Seeding and fertilizing. Do I need to though? These are direct drills, so we don't need to cultivate beforehand. That was way too big. Again, I'm thinking around 5 or 6 meters wide. This one needs the combo system. Yeah, it's dragged behind this thing. Right. Let's I might just grab one of the why is this so difficult for me today? I think the important part is that we have enough width. They don't need to be direct drill, they don't need to be fertilizing. This might be too small in terms of how much seeds it has, because it doesn't have a lot. Can't fit a lot. Just grab one of these Mascar Montana. To go for the limited edition. And this is why it takes me so long to decide what equipment to use. I have too many mods probably. If I didn't have this many mods, I wouldn't have this many options. It is the bane of my existence. All the good mods. They tempt me. They tempt me. If I could choose, if I had to choose, I guess, between the direct drill and the fertilizing, it's the direct drill. I would prefer. Wait, this one, is this a planter too? It's a seeder and a planter? Is it? Because it can do beans. Because if so, that is very useful. Then I should just grab something really cheap first. I should just grab something cheap until I can properly afford this one, because I can't really right now. That's half of the money I have. I do still need a few things. Like pigs. I should just grab something really cheap then for seeding. So I can plant my oats. So I can plant my oats in peace. Maybe I'll grab that one. It'll be more work for me. Because it doesn't, can't fit that many seeds in. But honestly, it should be fine. Right. Rake, sure, let's have those. Stickers, new reflectors. Yeah. Let's grab this one. Because I like how it said 10,000 in there. So yeah, but it also costs a bunch of money just to have colors on. Ah, it's cheap to have it very used. That's why it is. I have the new colors on, which is more expensive. Curse you, new things. Oh well, let's buy that one. We have a seeder. We want a sprayer. Yeah, I do have a few different neat ones from mods. I might use one of these as well. Staraya Imperators, which is definitely not pronounced that way. But hey, it's what I have. Probably won't be using this one because that feels like it's way too big to have something to have dragging behind you. 20,000 liters. Bloody hell. We might grab something like this would be fine. It would be. Why would I need the Pro Compact for? Do I need it? Maybe I do need it. Actually. Never mind. But we're gonna grab is the Hardy Mega. And here comes the fun part. It says it's 30.5, but you also do want the Weed Seeker and the Pulse Width Modulation, because that is way cheaper, and that brings the price up by more than the base price. Ouchie. Ouchie. Basically what that does is that it makes sure that you only use as much of whatever it is you're using as you need to. So you don't like over fertilize, and you definitely don't just spray your herbicide all over the place where it doesn't need to go. So in the long run it is cheaper. But yeah, 78,500 instead of 30,500 is quite the difference. Ouch. I'm gonna have to start making money soon though. Eventually. Do I need a weeder? Probably not. I should be able to just ignore that. I probably need a roller though. 6.5 for I don't want the Globus because it swings and I already have a beacon for something else. So that will be just confusing. We could use this one. A roller, mulcher. Mulcher is not what we need. We need roller. Now let's grab that one. I think it should work. It should work. Right, we have a roller. Do we need a weeder? I don't think so. Not right now, at least. We don't really need it right now. I don't think. Maybe. Not right now. We can wait a little bit. But when we do get one, we'll get the Rotocarrier because it's basically the best one. It does cover quite a lot of ground, while also being able to take pull out medium-grown weeds, which is way better than the small-grown weeds. So definitely grab that one when we need it. What else do we need? We don't need a fertilizer spreader. We might need a manure spreader. We probably need a slurry tanker and a slurry transport, but we don't need that right now, I think. Ooh, we absolutely need a barrel. We do absolutely need a barrel for the cows, because the cows need water and there is no ladder. I want a ladder. Fenders, sure. Without a drinker, water, rear drink. Ah, okay, I see. Right drinker. We don't really need drinkers. All drinkers. It's not for drinking. It's for moving. So we can add some water to our cows because they need it. They don't have water and they don't currently have any food. So we're probably gonna have to. Oh, do they have a? They do have a meadow, I believe. So they should semi-fine. Otherwise, we'll have to move some of the hay because there's no way we can make any TMR until they need to eat. We have too many things again. Damn it! Right, I said let go. Let go, please. I will let go. Okay, we'll let go. Dear me. Let's see. I'll move this one first. Oh, hey, look, there's two in the same spot because they're small enough. Nice. We'll move this one first, though. No! No! Oh, I hate when it does that. It's too low. And I can't move it up, I can only move it down. Yeah, I can only move it down. I can't move it up enough to actually get up. It gets stuck. Oh, I don't like when it does that. So what we'll do then is we'll move that one over here. Drop. and then we'll just have that on the front. And then hope that all of the other things that we need to bring with us are able to get up. Whoop. Oh, that one's also kind of low. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. The joy of using low loaders to get things back home. Please don't get stuck. Let's try again. If we go with speed, no, we're just pushing the loader away. That's not good. So we're just gonna have to do this the ugly way. Unfortunately. I hope we don't get stuck. I said I hope we don't get stuck. We may have gone stuck. We may have gotten a little bit stuck. Crap. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. Right, I can't be in the tractor. That is very annoying. But did I at least leave the sort of... Maybe I can push it a little bit further on. Yeah, it's really annoying when it when the loaders aren't actually low enough, or the tools aren't high enough. Make no tool high enough and all that good stuff to actually get up on the loader. It's very unfortunate. It makes me sad. Hopefully this one's high enough. If we get stuck with this again, I will be very upset. Okay, we're safe. Phew. Phew. Okay. And there. Almost perfect. Almost perfect. As close as we can go to perfect. It occurred to me right now, 3 hours and 15 minutes in, I probably could have done this on my own and not had it on stream. Because quite honestly, we can have something behind this one. It's probably not super interesting. We still haven't even been to a field, much less done any actual farming. Currently this is equipment moving simulator. Okay, and then we'll see if we can't fit this one on as well. And then we'll grab the cedar, have that on the front. It's a little bit off angle. This one is actually a little bit too wide to actually fit properly. Well, let's just hope we don't get we don't have any buses going in the opposite direction of us, because that will be a little bit awkward, just like not being able to actually fit through any of this crap. And then we grab this one on the front. Perfect. Completely road legal, this. No problems. Let me detach, we have all of the tension lines. We fold slower than the slowest thing you can think of. Me, probably. Okay, and then we go home with all of our stuff. No NPCs. We can just go. In my defense, I have small legs. Yeah, but I'm also in a tractor. So... Oh yeah, he got very upset about the... Is it the subsoiler, right? I think it's the subsoiler that's sticking out. The NPC that we just passed, he was not a fan. They negate each other. Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. Small stutters. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. It's probably the cows. It's probably the cows. See, that one absolutely just blipped out of existence. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Right. We're home with all of our things. I have no idea where I'm going to put them. Yeah. We do have the... Oh, no, don't. Unattach. Let's... Oh, I turned the engine off instead of unfolding. Unfold. It's unfolding. Oh. Oh, you're done? Let me go. Right, there is a shelter all the way behind the sheep. I might have some stuff over there. I'm not sure what. Maybe the cedar cum planter later. Let's start with that. Please let go. Thank you. And then we can move the rest of the stuff. Actually, let's just go forward. It's easier. Grab it. Grabbed. I can grab two at the same time, actually. The upside of having the 3-point attachers, both front and back, you can grab two things when you're moving 84 things at the same time. And these... this is the subsoiler and the mulcher. Now let's move them over to where the cedar is. Should be fine. Make sure they're under the roof at least. And make sure we drop the correct one first. And then we drop the other one. They'll just be in front of each other. Probably... yeah, well, it'll be an annoyance for future me. What? Did I tackle that one out? I did, damn it me. I can't have it stick out. That's just wrong. I bumped it. A little bit more. And we go back. There. Snug like a bug. As a bug? It is there. Right, and then we get to the fun part. Getting the sprayer off. What if we lower our cultivator and just shove it off? Oh no, I'm stuck. But it's fine, we can lift the cultivator. And then we hope that we can actually lift the sprayer. Or just attach to it. Maybe we can just attach to it. Zoop. Perfect. Like a pro. There we go. Oh, don't go forward. Go backwards. Oh, in the correct way. Okay, let's see if we can... What? Crash a little bit. Will it let me? It won't let me. Oh no! Damn it! Not the trailer. Wasn't the trailer I wanted. I want a sprayer. If we tackle our way through here, sturdiest possible walls. We're not quite getting underneath enough, I think, to flip it up. Yeah, I might need to use the might need to use some tools for that, but that'll be tomorrow actually. I will continue moving my equipment and hopefully do some actual farming tomorrow. It's getting a little late, so I'll call it here. But more farming tomorrow.